So last class we have discussed right functional testing and non-functional testing, and few things are remaining like recovery testing, compatibility, configuration, installation, or sanity testing. So let's see. So today our topic will start at recovery testing. So recovery testing means, see, if I lose something, that should get back, right? So suppose I'm typing some data and it's suddenly deleted and I should get back. So that is called recovery, right? So in your machine, if you deleted some file and it goes recycle bin, again you can get back, right? What you will do is in recovery testing. So whether the application is recovery that data or not. So if you take application, if you take some application like mail application, so composing some mail, just assume you are composing some mail that is off completed, and then your system gets shut down, and your browser suddenly close or internet get closed. Okay, so then what happened? Then composing email, it will not send or go anywhere. So once you log in into the Gmail application, that mail will be saved in the draft box. So draft box means that is called recovery mechanism. So that is the meaning of recovery testing. So what is the definition? It is a software testing technique in order to check how fast and better the application can recover against any type of crash or hardware failures. So it is used to check the system change to abnormal to normal. So next what it is compatibility testing. It means your application should compact with a different environment. And again, here three compacts. So three compacts will be there. So what forward compact, I mean forward, backward, hardware. Sorry. So here I'll show some picture. So here's some developing the software. I'm taking one example. So here's I'm developing the software. We release in version. Okay, and this is a software. So and this is the same software. So just I mean going to explain this what I'm saying, this particular software. So first of all, in my computer, I have a software and that is version is 1.1 version. So tomorrow I got 1.2 version. I install same software. So in my laptop. So this particular software, so when I install, should able to compare with my old version. So 1.1 version is my old version and installed on my computer and it is properly working fine. And tomorrow I got 1.2 version. So this particular software when I install should able to compare with my old version. Means see when I try to upgrade the old version to new version. So it should able to upgrade successfully without giving any issues. That is called compatibility testing. So compatible testing between the versions of a software. So as I said, forward and backward. So suppose the software is installed in Windows 2020. Okay, just assume, and this is a 2010, and my new software is installed on the same machine. So that is called compatibility and forward compatibility. So backward compatibility means just assume this is not. So there is a 1.2 version. Okay. Just a minute. So backward compatibility means, so today I have 1.2 version. Okay. So installed in 2010 Windows. So this is a new machine. Just assume. So tomorrow I got 1.3 version. Okay. So same software installed in 2010 Windows. So even though we have a 2020 Windows, so just be please attend to my words. Backward compatibility means, so today I have 1.2 version and I installed in 2010 Windows, and tomorrow I got 1.3 version, but I installed same Windows. Okay, installed 2020 to 2010 Windows only. So even though we have a 2020 Windows, so this is called backward compatibility. So what is that? So forward compatibility means I have 1.1 version, but I got 1.2 version. I installed in same software. But here, one backward means 1.2 version I have, but I installed to 2010 and 1.3 version, same version installed in same Windows. But already I have 2020 Windows. Okay. Even I'm not, even though I'm not choosing that 2020 Windows, I'm not choosing that. So that is backward compatibility. So hardware compatibility means we are verifying our application is able to install on multiple hardware environment like customer says like in our organization or environment and so on so RAM size so on so machines will tell they will tell some configurations and our software will install on that environment and that should able to work. That is hardware compatibility. So it is also known as configuration testing. So that means our software working on multiple hardware platforms or not. So it support Windows or not, Linux or not, Unix or not, and it's working 4 GB or not. So whether it is 8 GB or not. So that is hardware compatibility. And next, installation testing. So we have to test the installation process. So each and every screen is properly coming or not. When I click on next, the screen is properly navigating or not. So screens are very easy to understanding or not. That is that we are going to verify. So it is simple or not, uninstallation process, so that we are going to verify. So it should remove all files when you uninstall the software in your machine. So it should remove all files that related to software, right? When I install the software, some files are left in machines sometimes. So because of that, you cannot install it again. So to avoid those conditions, that we are going to verify that installation testing. And next, sanity testing or garbage testing. So sometimes interviewer will ask you if your application providing some extra functionality which is not there in your requirement. So as per the requirement, the software is designed and features are working properly. But apart from this, there are extra functionalities are there. So which is does not required by the customer. So we do consider it as bug or not. I'm asking you guys.
See, application is working, right? If we get any extra, then no issue, right?
No, I'm telling you. See, just listen properly. So if your application providing some extra functionality, but it is not there in your requirement. As per the requirement, the software is designed and features also working fine. But apart from this, there are extra functionality which is not there in your requirement. And your customer also not saying anything about this requirement. But what I'm saying, we do consider it as bug or not because this is extra functionality, right? But it's not there in requirement also.
It's not a bug.
It's not a bug. Yeah, but yes, we consider as a bug because it should have those requirement as per the client only. So should not have extra functionalities. So if it have, it is a bug. So if it is a bug, then you should assign to developer, remove that from the application. So that is called garbage testing. So remove unwanted stuff from your software. So that is called sanity testing. If you have extra functionalities, but that is not in your requirement, see, we consider as a bug only. If it is working fine also, but customer not telling about this requirement, right? So that's why we consider as a bug. So that is called garbage testing. So just this is the differences between functional testing versus non-functional testing. I prepared this question for a interview question. So sometimes they will ask you what is the difference between functional and non-functional testing. So that's why. So there are some few points are there. So So functional testing means it validates functionality of the software. And what are those? And here verify the performance, security, reliability of the software. And here functional testing, functionality describes what software does. And here non-functional testing describes how software works. And functional testing concentrates on user requirement. I already told you here user requirement, non-functional testing mainly focus on user expectations and here user requirement. And in functional testing takes before non-functional testing and here after functional testing. So this is the difference. If they ask you, just you can explain just for 3 or 4 points. That's it. So next, regression testing. So it is very important for interview purpose. So sometimes having multiple modules in the application, right? So what developer will do? There are 4 different modules in the application. Okay. And you found a bug in some module or particular module. Just assume there are 4 modules, one, two, three, four. So you found a bug in some module or particular module. What I will do as a tester? So I report to the developer about defect, right? So developer will modify that. So in that particular module, the developer will fix the bug and then release the new build. New build means new software. Okay. So for example, I have for example, I have a B1 model. Okay. So I reported the B1. So I got some defect in build one. Okay. So build one module. So I got the defect in build one module. So I reported the B1 defect to the developer. So developer fixed that bug and again release another build. So after fixing the bug, they release B2. Okay. B2 build. So as a tester, what we do in build 2? So let us say build contains multiple modules. So B1 contains 4 modules. In one module, I found some bug. I report to the developer and they fix the bug, a particular module and then release another build. So I will verify the bug as a tester. So it is fixed or not. And sometimes what happen is because of that change, okay, sometimes developer fix that bug. Apart from that, they may add new functionalities in build 2. So or they may delete the existing functionality or they may modify the existing functionality. So whenever the developer doing some changes in the build, because of that change, they should not impact on other modules. So I'll explain once again. So see, in B1, I got a defect. Okay, this is very important. So that's why I repeated once again. So I got a bug in B1 and they fix the bug. Okay, they fix the bug in some particular module and release another build that is B2. Okay, this is B2 build and they already fix that bug and release a new software. So what I am saying, I will verify the bug and it is fixed or not. I'm checking that. And sometimes what happens? So developer fix the bug, right? So apart from that, during fixing the bug, they may change, something changes, right? New functionalities. They may add new functionalities. They may delete the functionalities. They may modify the functionalities. We don't know, right? So whenever the developer doing some changes in build, so because of that, that build should not, that previous build, the existing build should not impact on other modules. So in module 1, okay, so he did some change and that should not impact on other modules like B2, B3, B4. Okay, so because there will be some connections between the modules, there will be some integration between the modules. So whenever the developer done some changes in particular module, there should not be impact on other modules. So that we have to test, that is called regression testing. So during regression testing, testers will verify the bug fixes or any new functionality add or modifications done. Because of those changes, there should not be impact on other modules. And along with that bug fixes, new functionality, testers will also test the other dependent modules. So this is called regression testing. So let's see what is the definition of it. So testing conducts on modified build to make sure there will not be impact on existing functionality because of changes like adding, deleting, modifying features. Okay, so there are three types of regression testing we have, and it is unit testing, unit regression testing, regional regression testing, and full regression testing. So there are three types of regression testing. So let us understand one by one what is unit regression testing. So it means testing only the changes or modifications done by the developer. So in the unit regression testing, what we will do, suppose we have four modules and we reported the bug on one particular module to the developer, and developer fix the bug, and we will test only that module. So testing a specific module where exactly we reported the bug. So that is called unit regression testing. So that is I'm saying testing only the changes or modifications done by the developer. So regional regression testing. So in this testing, we test the modified module, which is, after assign to the developer, they fix the bug, right? Whatever they fix the bug, that modified module along with the impacted modules. It means in the first unit regression testing, what are all the changes done by the developer? We tested only those changes, only that particular module. But in another type of regression testing, so regression, not a regional regression testing, what we will do, what are all changes done by the developer? So those changes along with that dependent module. So what modules are impacted, and those modules that we will be tested. So that is called regional regression testing. So what is the second point is, so there will be a meeting called impact analysis. Here, see, there is a point I'm telling you. So impact analysis meeting conducts to identify impacted modules with the QA and developer. So as soon as modified something QA means testers. So QA and developer sit together and discuss where exactly that particular change, that bug fix will be impacted. So that will be conduct between QA and developer. They do some kind of impact analysis meeting, and that is also one interview question like what is impact analysis meeting. So just you can say that during this meeting we will identify the impacted modules because of new changes, adding new functionality, deleting the existing functionalities, and so on. So that is called impact analysis meeting, and because of all this there will be impact on some functionality, right? We will identify that functionalities is called as regional regression testing. So let us understand what is full regression testing. So let us say I have multiple modules in my application. So I have reported one bug in one particular module to the developer, and this developer fixed that bug on that particular module. And by fixing the bug, he has modified a lot. The other modules also, almost 100% features in this module, right? But in 100%, 80% features got modified. So developer, while fixing the bug, he is also touched other modules and other modified the other functionalities. So because of fixing this bug at that time, everything fixed almost 80%. In that case, we don't do impacted analysis because 80% of the code is modified. So instead of doing impacted analysis, we can do full round of regression testing. So it means just do impacted analysis module. So that is again wasting of time, right? So because almost everywhere modified because of that fixing bug. So that is called full regression testing. So this is example like developer has done changes in many modules. Instead of identifying impacted modules, we perform one round of full regression testing. Is it clear, guys?
Clear.
So next to retesting. So it means test again and again. For example, in my application, I found one defect and reported to the developer. So once the developer will fix that bug and again they will provide another build like B1. See, so I found some B1 in B1, I got a bug. Okay. And I assigned to the developer. And after they fix the bug, they release B2. So this is the next version. So I'm going to retest that. Retesting means they fix the bug or not. That that bug is properly fixed or not, and that application is working fine or not. I'm going to retest. So whatever the bugs we reported in previous builds, those bugs are fixed or not, we will verify in upcoming builds. That is called retesting. So whenever the developer fix a bug, tester will test the bug fix is called retesting. So tester close the bug, it is work, otherwise reopen and send to developer. If it is not fixed, if your application is not working fine, then you should reopen and send to the developer. Okay. So to ensure that the defects which were found and posted in the earlier bill were fixed or not in the current bill. Just see this example. Example of retesting and regression testing. So admin purchase finance. So let us say I have three features in my application. So these three modules are dependent. Admin, purchase, finance. So finance module is dependent on purchase module and purchase module is dependent on admin module. So these three are integrated modules. Okay. I mean integrated means connected. So admin, purchase, finance, these three are connected, but these three are dependent. Okay. Like let us say tester found a bug in purchase module. So and also posted, I mean assigned to the developer. So once the developer fixed the bug, as a tester, we will verify only that particular bug. That is called retesting. But because of that bug, changes will be there, right? So because of the changes, the finance module will be impacted because here I got a bug and the developer fixed the bug, and because of that, finance module will be impacted because finance is dependent on purchase. So because it's dependent, that's why. So this is the impacted module. In regression testing, we also going to test the finance module. So that is called regression testing. So retest means only bug fix that can be verified. Regression means verifying the bugs along with the impacted functionalities. Okay, this is the difference between retesting and regression testing. Next one. So next to smoke versus sanity testing. Mm, Shall we continue or tomorrow? You want me to continue tomorrow? Because this will go
Yeah,
to
we can continue.
another 20 minutes, 15 or 20 minutes. So that's why. Rajesh, you're saying something?
We can continue tomorrow, just
Tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah. What about Kiran? Is it okay for you?
Yes, uh, mm, that's fine for me. But yeah, we can continue for 15 minutes if this can wind up, or else tomorrow. Then it's fine.
I mean, your voice is very low. I'm so sorry. So you want me to continue for 15 minutes, right?
Yeah, that's fine if nobody has any issue. or else we can
Yeah,
continue tomorrow.
yeah. Rajesh, is it okay for 15 minutes or 15 or 20 minutes? Just I will
Yeah,
finish
no,
the
no issues. We
course
can
assignment.
continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can continue. No issues.
Mm. So smoke vectors anti-testing, and this is also very important. So for interview purpose, so both are see, both are basically basic functional testing. Okay. So in this testing, we don't test in detail. So here, very basic functionality we are going to test. So smoke testing means whenever whenever the developer provide build to the tester. Okay. So when we get the build from the developer, build means what is the meaning of build? Piece of software contains some number of features. So that is the meaning of build. So whenever I say build, that is the meaning of piece of software contains some number of features. So as a tester, we do some basic testing. First, you will verify you got that complete build or not. Is there any files missing or not? That we have to verify and install in QA environment. I mean testing environment, and check the installation is perfectly or not. So the build is stable or not. I mean to continue for further process. So you have to focus mainly on that area that is called smoke testing. So smoke is nothing but whether the particular stable or not in your environment, so properly installed or not, and basic navigation is working or not. If you say, see, for example, I'm taking just take one URL, just copy and paste it, open URL. So after you open URL, and I'm getting homepage or not, that we are going to verify. So when I click on something which is navigating to next page or not. So this is basic level of testing. So before conduct in-depth testing, that is called smoke testing. So before conduct in-depth testing, we do smoke testing. So it is kind of build verification testing. So in few cycles, so we will release unstable builds. So smoke testing conduct in every build that is stable or not, whatever comes from the developer. So in initial stage, we will never get stable builds because just developer started the development, right? So we don't expect the stable build in initial stage. So you will conduct the smoke testing. After few many cycles, slowly the build becomes stable. In that time, the developer as soon as providing the build, and the build will be stable after few many cycles. In that case, we will conduct the sanity testing. So it is mainly focused on the functionalities. It is very high level functionalities, not only build or any installation. So it is also checking the functionalities like login is working or not, products are displaying or not, links are properly working or not, log out, so etc. So basic functionalities that we are going to verify, and this is called sanity testing. So smoke testing means it is done by the developers and testers also. So before deliver the build to the tester, so before deliver the build to the tester, the developer will do some smoke testing because providing the build to the tester, right, they install in their own environment and check the build that is working or not. After that, they will release to the tester. Sanity testing means testers only conducted this testing because the developer will not test the features and functionalities. They will test only build. In sanity testing, testers verify the features is working or not. So if smoke testing and sanity testing is successful, then only accept the build from the developer. Sometimes also rejected the build by tester. So when it is not stable, so when it is not stable, then only we as a testers we rejected the build. So we can do that. Okay. After that, they do some necessary coding and they will make the proper build and they will test smoke testing. After that, they will move to the testers. So after that, also we do some testing. Smoke test again we do smoke testing and after that sanity testing. So I will explain each and every one. I mean, so smoke versus sanity, and each and every point I'll explain. So when we conduct smoke and sanity testing, so we have initial stays or unstable initial stays or unstable builds. We got unstable builds. The first time the developer release build to the tester. Okay, we do smoke testing. Okay, just I'll take an example. Mm, where is that? Yeah. So we have initial or unstable build. Okay. The first time the developer released to the build to the tester. So we do smoke testing. So we verified the build in stable or not. Okay. So and if the smoke testing is passed, okay, the smoke testing is passed, we do conduct the rest of the testing like system testing if it is S, okay. After if it is pass, then we do some system testing, um, like regression testing. So suppose smoke testing got failed, okay. Smoke testing got failed, then build will be rejected. So we don't conduct any testing on the build. And suppose after getting some more cycles, like build one, build two, after getting few life cycles, slowly become the build is stable, right? And installation successful every time. So in that case, we do sanity testing. So see this basic functionality, which is high level that we are going to test, and that is called sanity testing. So if it is passed, then rest of the things we will conduct. So after that, what happened again? If it is failed, then reject the bill. So either smoke or sanity, we reject the bill again if they provide the bill and will continue with the testing. So this is the difference between smoke and sanity. So first testing is followed by the sanity testing. First testing is smoke testing, and that is followed by the sanity testing. Smoke testing means it mainly focuses on stability of the application, and sanity means it mainly focuses on main features. Main features means high level features of the application. Means high level means main functionalities. So smoke testing conducted on the initial testing. So life cycle wherever so sanity conducted after few cycles or after build is stable. So checking functionality is working fine or not. So I'll explain once again what is this. So we have initial or unstable build. Whenever the first time the developer release build to the testers, we do smoke testing and we verified the build in stable or not. Okay. So after it got passed, after smoke testing is passed, we do conduct the rest of the testings like system testing, regression testing. And suppose smoke testing got failed. Yeah. Here, the smoke testing got failed. The build will be rejected. We don't conduct any testing of the build. Suppose after getting, here, so some more cycles like build one, build two, okay, up to build n. The we can't say like number of builds, right? So after getting few life cycles, slowly become the build is stable. So as earlier we discussed, right, slowly become the build is stable and installation successful every time. In that case, we do sanity testing. Okay. And this is basic functionalities, which is high level and that we are going to test, and that is called sanity testing. If sanity testing is passed, okay, we do again system testing or regression testing. If it is not passed, then the build is rejected. So during smoke testing, if it is not passed, then build is rejected. And during sanity testing, if it is failed, then build also rejected. Okay. So this is the difference between smoke versus sanity testing. So smoke testing means focus on stability of the application. Sanity means focus on main features. So smoke testing conducted at the initial stage. Okay, initial testing. That is the first testing. So after smoke testing, we conduct, okay, sanity testing. So sanity testing means we checking the functionalities, that is working fine or not, working properly or not. So exploratory testing, I will tell this. So exploratory testing means sometimes what happen in your testing environment or a company, you don't have any requirement, but application is ready. So application is ready means you don't have any functionality or FRS document or SRS document, and no document is available, but application is ready, and you have to test the application by exploring functionality. So suppose you join some company, okay, someone company, in that company software already developed and documents still not ready. They have given application to you and trying to understand the functionality and do some kind of testing. What you will do? Without having any documents, without having test cases and test scenarios, you will explore the application and understanding completely and test it. That is called exploratory testing. Explore means what? It means you don't know anything before that. You don't have any documentation. You don't have any test cases, nothing. So you will just explore any, you will just explore the functionality of the application. So based upon the previous experience, you will open the URL. Okay, you will log in the page, click on the register links, click on the shopping cart and products without knowing any functionality. Just explore the application and understand the application and test the functionality. So that is called exploratory testing. So in exploratory testing, you identify all possible scenarios and you document it and use it for testing. So this is completely depends on the testers based upon the experience. So suppose the testers work on previous project, he has some kind of experience, and with the experience, the new application will be easily explored. For example, one employee, so in previous company, he is already working in banking project. Okay. And the same employee, so he shifted to another company. Okay. So in that company, he gets some banking project again. So without any document, he can easily explore the application because of his previous experience. So what is the definition? So we have to explore the application, understand completely and test it. Understand the application, identify all possible scenarios, document it, then use it for testing. And we do exploratory testing when the application is ready, but there is no requirement. So test engineer will do exploratory testing when there is no requirement. So there are some drawbacks in this testing. So there are drawbacks means when you will do exploratory testing. So it will be done if application is ready and but there is no documentation. In that case, we conduct exploratory testing. So what are the drawbacks in this testing? So you might understand what is the first point. You might understand any feature as a bug or any bug as a feature since you don't have requirement. So for example, I have some login screen. In this screen, normally with your experience, what you will expect? The login screen contains username, password, right? Along with this, some ID. And there is one more field in this application. So normally you normally seen like username or password is there. But here in your application, so some ID is there also. One more field, extra field. Now, based on previous experience, we exploring the application like username, password, that is fine. But additionally, additional field, ID field is there. So you don't have a document because you don't, they don't provide the documents to you. And you don't have a documents which talks about functionalities. But you will assume this is a bug. ID is a bug. You may think that is a bug because you don't have proper document and just doing exploratory testing. So there is a chances, right? There is a chances to understand whether it is a bug or not. So that is one possibility. So suppose sometimes there will be a bug and you can consider that also a feature. So sometimes employee ID, same ID. So provided, and this is a part of a feature. So you will assume like it should not be there in the future along with username and password. And you think should have username and password, ID should not be there. So you may consider this as a bug or you may think this is a future. So because you don't have such kind of document, you may confuse this ID field it's a part of future or not. So if it is not a feature, it may considered as a bug. If it is a future, you may think it is a okay, it is not a bug and you will consider as a feature in your application. So this is a major drawback in exploratory testing. So there is a chances to think you might misunderstand any feature as a bug or any bug as a feature. So second point is time consuming. So because you don't know the requirement, right? You just keep on exploring each and every functionality. It takes a lot of time. If you have a documents, then directly test the application. You will verify all scenarios based upon the documentation, which is complete in less time. When you don't have a document, you just exploring the application and it takes a lot of time. And that is a drawback. So if there is any bug in application, you will never know about it. So because if no documentation says about which one is a bug, that to consider, sometimes if you have a bug in your application, you don't think that is a bug. And because you don't have a document or nothing, you don't realize whether it is a real bug or not. So that is another biggest drawback. Is it clear for you, Rajesh and Kiran?
Yes.
Clear.
Yeah. So next, ad hoc testing or monkey or gorilla testing. Okay, we'll see tomorrow, guys. Okay, ad hoc and monkey or next positive and negative testing, end-to-end testing. Mm,
How many sessions are left
manual
for
testing,
this
right?
manual testing?
So which one is this? 11. 112 is there. Actually, I prepared total 21. Okay. And we are going very fast actually. This is 21 means in previous previous classes like previous batches like they are very slow. Okay. So that's why it will go in 20 or 21 sessions. But here you both are very fast or you have a good grasping power. So that's why I'll finish in not today, eighth session, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, I'll finish in 13 or 14 sessions, okay? But I will finish as early as possible because after that, there is a TOSCA automation testing, right? In 5 or 6 classes, we will finish in manual testing. And after that, we'll start the TOSCA automation testing that is completely going to practical sessions. So it will take a time. Okay, Kiran?
Okay. Yes, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So manual testing, I'm taking a little bit fast. So if it is a fast, please tell me. No issues. Rajesh, because Kiran already have an idea, but Rajesh, are you okay, right?
Yeah, it's okay for me. No issues.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll see tomorrow and we'll finish this
Okay.
document.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So are you getting the documents?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
we got
saw
the
in a
documents.
drive. Yeah.
Yeah. I already gave the access to both of you. So live session videos and documents also. Please refer the documents in your free time. I'm going to share my stop my sharing screen and okay. We'll see you tomorrow, guys, and bye. Take care. Have a good day.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, same to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.